guys, so I have my O-Cedar mop because I got it when, you know, 2019, 2020. It was all about, you know, Cleantok on TikTok. And I was on Cleantok. I'm on Cleantok a lot. I don't really do TikTok, but when I do, it's usually Cleantok. And because of Cleantok, I got this O-Cedar mop, right? But I was on there recently, like 2 days ago, and somebody was on there talking about how, like, oh, it was like a, I don't remember what it was, like whose account it was, but it was like someone saying like, oh, how many times does it take to get the water clean using like Mr. Clean and water, okay? And it took like a total of like 2 or 3 times, right? But what I guess people were saying is that you have to go over with just hot water the last rinse, and I didn't know that. I really did not know that. And so I went more deep into like the comments on this TikTok, and yeah, so apparently people were saying that like you're supposed to go over like with like hot water the last round that you like mop, okay? So like, you know, with like these O-Cedar mops, you have to dump the water, you know, 2 or 3 times until the water comes out clear for your floor, which I do, okay? The other thing I learned from TikTok is to use hot water because I don't have wooden floors. They say not to do it if you have wooden floors. My floors are not wooden, so I have no problem with using hot water, but I just did not know that you were supposed to do the last round just with water. Like, I don't know if you guys knew that. Let me know if you guys knew that. How do you mop? If you mop, because some people have carpet. We have David's little carpets now. Right now, by the way, because I also saw another TikTok, another comment of someone saying that you're supposed to also start with just water. So that's the one I'm doing right now, just the water one. So to like loosen up any of like the dirt or grime or grease that may be on your floor, and then do the rounds of like, what can I say, the rounds with like cleaner in them. So that is a lot of work. Like, some people were saying like I don't have time for that, and other people were like coming for them on those comments. They were like, then you don't clean properly, which I think it's rude. Like, let people clean the way, you know, they need to clean. Like, some people are extremely busy, which I totally understand. People being really busy, like not having enough time to like pass them up like 4 or 5 times, you know. But I today decided to try it just to see if there was a difference in my floor, to see if I could see a difference in like how clean it is, you know. So right now I'm doing the 1 round of water first, just water to loosen everything up. And then I'm gonna do 2 rounds of like the floor cleaner or whatever until it runs clear, and then I'm gonna do the last water. So total I'm gonna do this like 4 times and see if there's a difference, because I was shocked. Like, I was like, who cleans the floor this much? Okay, another thing that people were very rude about in the comments on this TikTok was the no shoes in the house. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, okay? I am Latina. I assume most of you, the subscribers on here, are Latinos. But I did not grow up in a household where that was common to like not wear shoes in the house. Like, growing up in my mom's house, my grandparents' house, my uncle's houses, even my friends' houses, like everywhere I went, there were shoes inside the house. And I guess like people were really, like in this TikTok, people were really disgusted by the fact that some people wear shoes inside the house, which I wear shoes inside the house 20% of the time. We just stopped using shoes inside the house when David started crawling, so that was what, like 6 months ago. But prior to that, we always wore shoes in the house. And like now people are saying it's like so disgusting and stuff. Albeit we don't have carpet, so I always mop. But I guess people were like really disgusted by it. So I'm curious to know also if you guys use shoes in your household or no, and if like you grew up in a no shoe household, or when did you transition? Because like I said, I just transitioned. My parents still wear shoes inside their home, so this is just a thing here. So I'm very curious to know. So I'm gonna keep mopping, and then I'll chit chat with you guys later. All right, I'm gonna go dump this water in the toilet. This is just the one with just water in it. As you can see, there's some kind of residue, I guess from, that's what people were saying, like you're supposed to mop with just water the last time to get rid of this residue. So I'm gonna go dump it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I'm about to dump it. Let's see how I can do this at the same time as holding the camera. Also, do not judge my toilet right now. I have not cleaned the restroom. The restroom is the last room that I do. I do it by sections, so let's see. Oh, I dropped some on the floor. It's so dirty, guys. Again, this is round one. That's so terrible. Okay, I'm shook by how dirty that water was, but that was round one. I have clean hot water here, and I have pine salt now. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this in. Okay, I feel like I put way too much in, but it was kind of hard to do with my left hand. So now we're gonna do this round, and then I'll show you guys the mop water after that. All right, I was so shook how dirty that water was, but that's why people said do that one first. Okay, I haven't mopped in maybe a week, and like I said, we wear our shoes in the house about 20% of the time because sometimes we forget. We're just not used to it. Neither is my husband, so he's not used to it, and he works in construction, so a lot of times he'll forget, and I try to remind him, and then sometimes I'll forget, and it's just, we're struggling. But yeah, look how dirty the water was. So I'm gonna do the second round now, and this one's gonna be more intense. I'm all tired, guys. I'm pregnant, and cleaning takes a toll on me. So I'm gonna do the second round now. I also read that if like your water is sudsy, then you're using too much product. So I definitely, it's hard to do this with no shoes. So I definitely put too much product because this water is sudsing so much. Guys, I love Cleantok. When the pandemic happened and everybody was on TikTok doing their dances and everything, I found Cleantok, and I spent many hours on Cleantok, and a lot of the cleaning products that I use now are because of Cleantok. I try to stay on the cleaner side. I know Pine Salt's not clean, but it's what I'm using today just because we had a lot of it. But once I finish that, I'm going to try to get rid of it. But a lot of the products that I use and tips, like now how I clean, like how I clean my shower, it's all because of Cleantok. Like I'm truly obsessed. Okay, and what I was telling you guys is that the restroom is really dirty right now because it's the last room that I clean. So I clean in sections. I clean the kitchen first, then I clean the living room. Like clean it, like, you know, go over the countertops, dust, everything. And then I do the floors in the kitchen and in the living room / our bedroom. Because we live, if you guys didn't know, we live in a garage. So it's a garage that was turned into a studio apartment. So it's very tiny. And so I mop the kitchen floors and then the living room and bedroom floor. And then after all that's done, then I go into the restroom because the restroom is what takes me the longest. So I start with the shower, and then I do the toilet, I do the sink, and then I do the floors. So that's why the restroom is really dirty right now, because it's the last one that I'll do. So I'm gonna go into the living room and do the floors over there, and then I'll come back. All right, this is what the water looks like. That's what I was telling you guys, that it's very sudsy, so I definitely put too much cleaner. But I'm gonna go ahead and dump this water to see what it looks like. Okay, this is gonna be hard. This is really hard to do one-handedly, by the way. Okay. Still really, really dirty. My floors are dirty. Okay, this is my third bucket of clean water. We're gonna add less Pine Sol this time because I definitely overdid the first one. So maybe like that. Okay. And let's see. This is the third bucket of water. See, this is what I mean by don't judge people, because like don't judge people how they clean, because this is a lot of work. Like I've been at this for like 40 minutes already, and so I definitely see that some people don't have this kind of time. It's a lot of time, but I can definitely see myself doing this once a month, and then I think every other week I'll do like a maintenance where I'll do maybe a bucket of Pine Sol water water and then a bucket of just normal water with no pine sol in it, because this is super time consuming. So I don't understand why people judge other people on anything, but much less the cleaning or how they clean. Like, let people live their life, man. That's one thing I hate about social media, is like the audacity that people have telling other people how they should live their life. Like telling people what they should do, what they're doing wrong, like unsolicited advice. Like, that's definitely the downside of social media, like TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube. Like, imagine trolling someone about how they mop. Like, imagine making someone feel bad about how they clean their house. Like, that's ridiculous to me. Doesn't make sense. All right, third bucket of water. Let's see what it looks like. Guys, I dropped water on the toilet. Okay, let me try to do this the opposite way. Starting to come out cleaner, but it's still dirty. All right, this is my fourth bucket of water. I'm gonna try to do just 2 rinses of just water to get the residue off. So that's why people said that you have to do the water coat, the last one, because it leaves residue otherwise, which makes sense to me now. So that's what I'm gonna do, just do 2 of water, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do any more, even if it keeps coming out gray, because I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired. All right, this is the 4th bucket of water. Done with this one. Let's pour this one out. Let's try not to spill it. It's almost clear, but still dirty. 5th and last one, because I just cannot do this anymore. But this is the 5th and last one of just water. But even like there's still residue, so I think at this point like a lot of the residue is coming off the mop, which I should have switched pads, but I didn't have another clean one, so it is what it is. All right, this is the 5th bucket of water. There's still some residue in it. Let's see what this one looks like. Ooh, it was almost clear. You saw it? It was almost clear. This is good enough for me. Alright guys, that was crazy. I ended up doing a total of 5. 1, first just water to loosen up the dirt. 2 with water, hot water and pine sol. And then 2 rinses of just water to get the residue of the pine sol off the floor. And it almost came out clear. You saw the last one. I thought it wasn't. I was worried. I was like, oh, imagine. Because I told myself I was only going to do 5. But I was like, realistically, if it's really still dirty, I'm gonna have to do the 6th one, because how can I just sit around knowing that my floors are still dirty? But the 5th one was the charm. It took a while. I think lessons that we learned from this. This is a lot of work, and it's not for everybody. This took over an hour. It took so long. It took about 1.5 hours to do 5 of these. And it was a lot of work, so I definitely don't see this being for everyone. Especially me. I feel like I do this once a month as like a deep clean, and then every week I'll do, just like I told you guys, 1 of just pine sol and hot water, and then 1 of just water to rinse off the residue, because I just feel like it's not doable for me. Like, I have a full-time job, I have a toddler, I'm pregnant, like I can't do it. You know, for those of you who have full jobs and kids and still do this, hats off to you, kudos to you, more power to you, because I just cannot do it. It's not for me. And it was interesting. I learned a lot from this, and I'm gonna go clean my restroom now. But that's it for today's vlog. Let me know in the comments what you think down below. I know this was crazy. I kind of exposed how dirty my floors were, but it is what it is. Oh, and number 2, the second lesson that I learned from this is probably that I should really start doing 100% no shoes in the home. Because imagine my husband just walked in here from work and just his shoes from the construction just all over these floors. He's done it to me before, where I just finished mopping and everything's all clean. I sit down, he comes home from work, and he tracks in like footprints of his like dirty shoes, and I'm just like, oh. And he's like, I'll clean it. But yeah, I probably should do the no shoes. As I said, it's not in my custom to do the no shoes, but I should probably implement it. Like, this was a learning lesson. Like, even after 1 week, my floors were still so dirty, and it's probably because of that 20% of the time that we wear shoes in here. It's probably that, because honestly, like, it was literally just like a week ago that I mopped, so 1.5 weeks max. But Either I have to start mopping more if I want to still do the 20/80 on the shoes, or just no shoes, because this was exhausting. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys learned something. It was very interesting for me, and I will see you guys next time for another day vlogmas. Bye, guys. Oh, tomorrow, guys, sorry before I end this. Tomorrow we're going to Disneyland. I'm so excited. That's why I want to leave the house clean, because tomorrow we're going to Disneyland. So I love being able to come home tomorrow and have a clean home after we do Disneyland, because I'm gonna be so exhausted when we come back. But we're going to Disneyland tomorrow. Christmas. It's David's first time at Disneyland during the Christmas season, so I am off the walls. I'm excited. So anyways, that's it for today's vlog, guys. I will see you guys either Friday for Disney's vlog or Saturday for Disney's vlog. I don't know if I'll skip a day. We will see. Bye, guys.